Greetings from Warp Zone again. Carey as always. I have my buddy here, Nick L. Punisher, with me today. And we were going to show off a pretty ridiculous Marvel collection. We have Marvel Legends, we have Marvel Select, we have Marvel Universe. Pretty much everything you can think of. We were going to start off with a bang, do the Build-A-Figures. Start off with the Hulkbuster.
Build-A-Figure.
He's pretty handsome. He's one of the newer ones. He's quite popular. Everybody loves the Hulkbuster stuff. I'm not as big a fan of this one, but he's pretty cool anyway. You have Ultimate Green Goblin. We have the original Onslaught, not to be confused with the Red Skull one.
Yeah. Toy Biz, not Hasbro.
Yes, sir. And they always had really nice paint apps on the Toy Biz stuff. We have Annihilus.
Another Toy Biz.
As you can always tell the difference, too. I mean, the new stuff's pretty nice, but the old ones have a lot more detail on the paint apps. Have a Ant-Man Civil War Giant Man.
Yep. I like this one.
We have a Mandroid. We actually have two of those.
Complete.
We have a Ironmonger.
Yep.
A Ultron from Age of Ultron. I don't know how I feel about him. He's not bad looking, but I feel like he's a little too tall.
A little hollow. Feels poorly made to me. Okay, look.
I like the Red Hulk. He's pretty cool.
Yep. Rook. This is a good one. This is actually original, not a KO. I know there's a lot of knockoffs floating around for him, but this is an original. I built him myself. I collected the parts myself.
We have King Thor, which this was an interesting footnote for them. They did like kind of a combo Build-A-Figure. If you got different parts, you made either Odin or King Thor, depending on how you build him, basically.
Yeah, that I could be wrong, but I think that was the first time they did
I don't think they've ever done something like that before.
Two Build-A-Figures in one wave, I believe.
We have
theoretically, Apocalypse.
He had a variant. There's a variant.
Apocalypse, the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse. If you guys remember the Toy Biz Apocalypse. There was one with black shading where he was actually black with the blue and gray compared to the normal classic looking blue. So technically there was a variation too. Did we go over Terex? No, I don't think we said Terex. We have Terex here, Return of Marvel Legends, Terex Build-A-Figure.
We have Hitmonkey, who's one of the smaller Build-A-Figures.
And he's complete, all four guns.
And then
tight joints, nice.
Green Goblin, that's Ultimate Green Goblin?
Ultimate Hobgoblin. Ultimate Hobgoblin. Right. He has the sword, he has the wings, he even has his pumpkin here. He's complete also.
Bring some selects out just because we got some more big boys here. We have not one, but three Ice Giants.
Now these are Marvel Universe. They came with a small Loki. These weren't that easy to find. He unfortunately has no axe, no helmet. These have helmets. He has an original axe, and he has an axe that he can put in his hand. So, but you don't see them every day. They're really nice pieces. Again, Frost Giants.
We have some more Hulkbuster love.
Marvel Select Hulkbuster.
And then we have the Toy Biz Legendary Riders Hulkbuster. Not really a big fan of the hover pad for him, or hover platform, whatever they're called.
But at least he has it. When you see him, a lot of times he doesn't have it. The Select one I think is beautiful.
He is very nice. We have a cool Vengeance. I've always liked that figure.
With bike. Vengeance. And a couple of the Legendary Riders.
Throw another Wolverine out there.
Wolverine. Looks kind of like Old Man Logan.
Which version is this from there?
This was from the 90s one. I don't think...
Is that Universe?
No, this is actually from the 90s set. There was
a
90s set
so that's
with
pretty,
Thor. Yeah, this was early Toy Biz. Early Toy Biz.
Can't have a Hulkbuster scenario here without the smallest one that we have here, the Universe.
The Marvel Universe.
We have Hercules.
Hercules!
Two different Hulks here.
This is actually first appearance Hulk. They did him in green and gray. This is the gray one.
We'll have a couple Iron Mans.
This is from the first movie, Iron Man 1. This is from the Guardian set. He does have his shoulder pads. They're somewhere in the bin. The shoulder pads are in there.
A couple different Daredevils.
Unmasked Daredevil. And then masked. Matt Murdock face. Head.
Taskmaster.
Spidey. What's Spidey? I don't remember.
He's an old school Spidey, isn't he?
Yeah, this is an older Spidey. I don't remember which one.
Toy Biz.
Pre-Legends. Thunderbolts.
Get the next bin ready. Plenty more to come.
Oh, there's a lot. We're not going to be able to show everything. That's how many bins of Legends he just got. There's a lot.
There's another Hulk.
These are actually one of my favorites. It reminds me so much of Lou Ferrigno, believe it or not.
I thought the same thing when I pulled him out. I was like, oh, that's like,
show Incredible
Hulk.
Hulk.
Like Lou there.
It looks like Lou. I like this Hulk.
Now, is this Classics? I was thinking it might be.
I believe it was the Classics line, but this is the variant. This is the metallic green variant.
And I love the Scorpion.
Scorpion is awesome.
That might be the best one I've ever seen.
I prefer the basic green, the normal color.
I think I can go with that too. The metallics.
The metallic's a little strong for me, but it's a nice one, and it's not one you see all the time either. She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Is actually the Legends, not the Select. They look a lot alike, well, in their own ways, but this is the Legends, not the Select, not to be confused. So another Toy Biz figure, Havoc, from the original Giant Man Build-A-Figure wave.
She's a
Misty
more
Knight.
relevant character
Yeah,
right now.
well, somewhat new character. Misty Knight.
This guy's kind of obscure. You don't see Man-Thing too often.
Yeah, he's not extremely valuable, but he's just one you don't see every day. He's nice, always reminded me of Swamp Thing.
Nice old version of
original Panther. Nice one.
I love
actually,
this one.
Pretty tight joints, complete with a cape. Nice figure.
This guy doesn't get much love, but I think he's a really cool figure. It's the variant of Sasquatch.
Wendigo's a nice one, especially if you're a Wolverine fan. Go back.
And then we have another Rider.
Ghost Rider. This was one of my favorite Ghost Riders, actually. Besides the latest one.
Is this the regular or the 2-pack?
2-pack. Both of them were 2-pack. This is the normal one and then the variant. The variant is unmasked in red. This is the green one. Mandarin.
And then this is the young... Is that
Iron Lad.
Iron Lad.
This is Iron Lad from the... Was it the Young Avengers?
I was thinking it was. I can't remember what they're called, but there was 4 of them, I do believe.
It was Hulkling, Iron Lad, Wiccan, and someone else. I didn't really follow them.
I don't know them at all. It's not my era. Ultron.
This is a comic version of Age of Ultron.
I don't ever remember this guy's name, but you probably know him from the Thor movie where he's blasting energy from his face, basically.
I can't believe I forgot his name.
Is it like Guardian or something?
No,
I can't think of what it's called.
Thor calls upon him. In the movie, Loki was able to take control of him, and he was fighting Thor. I can't believe... He's actually the variant in the wave.
Okay.
He's actually the variant in the wave, and I can't believe I forgot his name. I hope it comes back to me.
Don't linger.
It's a really nice figure.
There's hundreds of figures here. We're not going to remember all the names.
Blackheart, another oddball. I mean, not worth anything crazy, but
cool figure.
You don't see. Cool figure, and you don't see him every day. It's a nice one. Newer figure, Thundra.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Yeah, Thundra. If I'm not mistaken, she should be Absorbing Man's woman. Girlfriend. I mean, she's been around for a while.
One of many Thors that they've made.
This was actually a King Thor.
Is that a King Thor?
Yeah, this was from the older ones. This might have been from the Blob wave, the Build-A-Figure Blob wave, if I'm not wrong.
It's hard for me to know where the Thors came from.
This is the newer vision. I believe this was the one from the Hulkbuster wave, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the movie Nightcrawler. That's actually from the 2-pack.
Okay.
The Winter Soldier. This is
that's an old school
looking
Black Widow.
This is the variant Black Widow, the gray suit from the Winter Soldier 2-pack.
This one's probably argued to be one of the worst Marvel Legends of all time. I'd put that up there with like X-23 as being pretty terrible. We have another Hulk here. Here's another one of the... I know he's gotten a little more love recently, but he's one of the lesser ones in my opinion, at least.
Well, he's probably getting more love because Black Panther's getting more love, and he's a well-known villain of Black Panther.
He's the only representation that they have of that figure, too, right?
And Marvel Legends? Yeah, I believe so.
Nice Star-Lord.
Star-Lord, the movie Star-Lord.
Here's another motorcycle.
Blade is 100% complete. His weapons are in another little baggie, but he is 100% complete.
So, Doctor Strange.
This is actually the Marvel Select Doctor Strange. This was the newest.
He's a pretty nice one.
Doctor Strange that was released. There's about to be a new wave, of course, but this was the newest one to select.
I don't know this fella. He's newer than my era of reading
Tiger Shark?
Sounds right.
Tiger Shark?
Looks like a Tiger Shark.
It should be Tiger Shark. I could be wrong, but I believe his name is Tiger Shark. He's from one of the last waves, a couple of waves.
Now this Loki, I was trying to remember where he was from.
Pre-Legends. This is a Pre-Legends Loki. Yes.
Now this is House of M thing,
yes,
right?
This is the one Nick actually likes a lot.
He does like that.
Yeah, this is a House of M thing. Did I believe the story when the Scarlet Witch altered time and Magneto, Doctor Doom, and someone else like had the United States separated, or the country, the world separated sections? He was a slave, as you can see. See the collar? He looks sad. It's a really nice piece.
Abomination.
Yep, Abomination. Another nice one.
This is a
Marvel
character that I always thought was cool when I was a kid. I didn't
Moonlight.
read a lot of the comics, but I
Marvel
always
Legends
thought he was
Moonlight.
really
This
cool.
is unfortunately the regular one, not the variant. He does have his
He's got multiple personalities, doesn't he? That's what I was thinking of how he does his powers. He replicates what other people do.
I don't recall.
But then we have a Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. Unfortunately, it's not the 2-pack. Nope.
We have a Rocket.
Movie Rocket, Guardians of the Galaxy, complete.
One of 8 billion Iron Mans that they've made.
I think this was one of the first Return of Marvel Legends Iron Mans.
It's a nice one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Namor, he's never
Old
been
school.
a character I've been that into,
Old
but
school
not a
legend
bad
Namor.
representation.
Nice figure.
Got a
Doc Samson.
Doc Samson.
Iron Fist.
I don't know this gentleman
I
either.
forgot his name. He's from the newer lines.
Yeah, I have a harder time with the newer stuff. I don't know this
I don't even
person
want to
either.
call him by his wrong name, but I think it might have been Blizzard. I might be
Yeah.
wrong.
How about this?
His Doc Samson is cool. If you're a Hulk fan, you want to come for this.
Here's a little pile of Iron Mans that we can go through after this.
Oh, you got 2 of them. This is another one.
That's
Guardians.
the Guardians wave,
The,
yeah.
the Guardians Wave Iron Man.
Another Iron Man. I'll grab you all the Iron Mans. We can just blast through those because there's
Oh
a billion
man,
of
I
them.
can't even.
You don't have to indicate which is which because it
This-
took us forever to
This
figure
one
them out.
is another nice one. This was from the Shield Agent 2-pack, Maria Hill, Iron Man, Tony Stark head. This was the variant, the blue suit. This is actually nice.
I just want to point out Hasbro, ridiculous.
I mean, these are basically
So
all Iron
many
Man.
Iron
well,
Mans.
these aren't Iron Man, but these
Yeah,
are.
related.
Yeah.
We have Red She-Hulk, Bucky,
Old school.
old school.
Old school Red Skull. Toy Biz. All Toy Biz.
Another not much love character here.
I like it.
I like him. Some Iron Fist action.
Again, Toy Biz Iron Fist. Phantom X.
Here's another one of those young versions.
Oh, here you go. Yeah, I think they were
So,
called
pretty sure this is Waluigi.
that. No, that's Backstruck?
Pretty sure it's Waluigi.
Okay.
This is a classic.
Pre-Legends. This is classic pre-Legends. Rhino.
This one I didn't recognize either. Is
Sentry.
this like
House of M.
House of M?
This is from the House of M box set. This is a nice, cool one. This was the other one, Nick.
Now this isn't My Radioactive Man. My Radioactive Man was from The Simpsons.
Simpsons. This is actually a really nice figure. I don't know if you can see the detail in his face. This is Johnny
It's a
Storm
cool figure.
from the House of M box set. This is a nice figure.
It's a nice
The other one, oh, Century.
Nice
This was the Walgreens exclusive Ant-Man that everybody thought was going to be so hard to get, and there's actually a few floating around. He's a cool figure, though.
It's a yellow jacket.
The original 2-pack Valkyrie. She is complete with both staff and sword, in case anybody's asking.
It's a nice yellow jacket, comic style. You got the Gamora.
Gamora from the movie. This was the variant to the Punisher.
I was wondering who that
Yeah,
was.
the variant.
I was
It's
like,
the
is this like a
Punisher.
Crossbones? Like, 'cause
Oh,
I don't know the
his
modern
gun.
ones as
I'll
well.
get you his gun. This is a nice figure. Oh, 100% complete. I think he's awesome. Like this, he's still awesome, but not as awesome. This is Joe Fixit. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Joe Fixit, but it's basically the Incredible Hulk. He gets most of his intelligence back, where he can speak proper English like a person. He wears almost like a gangster old school hat, coat, jacket, Tommy
I
gun.
like that figure a
He's
lot.
really-
The
he's
Tommy
really
gun's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Now, this is from the Foon
And
series and Hulk.
And Hulk.
This is Select,
Marvel
right?
Select from the first Avengers movie. The
And man, they
second
have
one.
weight compared to...
The second one, the pants were a slightly different color and had red stripes on it. Not to be confused because they look so much alike, almost identical.
Got a
Marvel
nice
Select
Thanos.
Thanos and
That's
other-
my Thanos right there. I don't like the Build-A-Figure version. It's another Iron Man.
This is actually one of the older ones and one of the cool ones. This was one of my favorite Iron Mans from the Toy Biz run.
We got,
Definitely one of the top. This is Drax from the movie Guardians of the Galaxy set.
another...
This is this should be, is this Return of Marvel Legends?
I can't remember that.
I
I think
don't-
that's newer. I think that was newer.
I'm not sure if this would. Some of them look so much alike. And then this is actually the Giant Man Thor. This is a really
like
well
him.
known and thought after. Wait, there was a difference in them. One had almost leopard stripes and one had the.
I know what you're talking about, the
Oh
leopard.
man,
I wasn't too
this,
keen on it.
let me take that back. This might not be Giant Man.
We got so many Thors.
This is
now.
the Select. Actually, the last Select they did, the Thor Select they did. This one was really nice. I believe you had to only order from the. You could only order from the Disney store.
Deathlock. He's a little lesser known.
Deathlock is nice. We actually have Ronin here from the 2-pack.
War Machine.
War Machine is another early Toy Biz. It's really nice. Thomas Jane Punisher from the movie for you Thomas Jane fans. Danger, which is another oddball.
I always liked Absorbing Man.
Absorbing Man. This is, I know there's the rare one, but this would probably be my favorite, or was my favorite until the new build.
I think it's a cool one. Is this Hellcat?
Yeah.
And then what is this costume? Is that just a more modern comic version? I don't know that costume. That's not.
I guess it's the newer costume. I don't know.
I don't
I know
keep up with the
Ant-Man is
modern-
original Ant-Man and Giant Man.
That's how I know him.
I didn't really follow him as
That was
the
a
last.
decent Kitty Pryde until the last one. I
This
think
is
that
the
last
Giant
was
Man Kitty
fantastic.
Pryde. A lot of people call her the Age of Apocalypse Kitty Pryde. I don't know how accurate that is, but this is the old Toy Biz Giant Man Kitty Pryde. Speed Demon is over there. This is Speed Demon right here from the Norway. We have Electro, Jamie Foxx Electro from the new Spider-Man, well, the movie before last. Bullseye. Is this the variant? No, the variant is open mouth, right?
I was thinking that.
No, this is the variant because the colors are
the
metallic.
gray.
The open mouth with the metallic gray is the variant. This is the variant.
Some female lady.
This
legends
is
there.
the Toy Biz Legends. This is the Hasbro Legends. And then this is the Giant Man. Not to be confused with 3-pack. This is the Giant Man, Miss Marvel.
Iron Patriot.
Iron Patriot.
Cap.
This is Toy Biz. It goes with that Bucky we showed a little while ago.
Nice surfer. I always liked how big they made the
This
board.
is one of the surfers. I think this might be the one with that comes with Howard the Duck.
Interesting.
Because one had the magnetic board
Okay.
with the stand. That might be the Howard one. And then one was just in the box. Remember the long box they did?
Yes. I
This
had
is
the
one or
box.
the other. I just can't remember which one came with Howard.
I never opened it, so I don't
If
know.
it was the magnetic one or it was this one that came with Howard.
I always liked the Ghost Riders. I
Return of
love the
Marvel
clear
Legends,
flame
Orange
effects.
flame, not blue flame.
Nova.
It's funny because if I'm not mistaken, the blue flame was supposed to be the variant, and
they
they
switched
messed up.
it. They switched
This
it.
one's the one that was hard to get, and
And
the blue flame
was
was
really
everywhere.
cool looking too.
Oh, I do. No, this is a nice Nova.
This is not so great of a wasp.
Wasp. This is the interesting one. This is actually from the SDCC, the Comic Con set. This is Ghost. So
Okay.
this isn't just a
So I don't
regular
know him
over-the-counter, figure.
It's an old school.
Old school Toy Biz, not the new one. Phoenix.
I never cared for Zorn.
Wasp. Zorn. He does have his mask. I know he's everywhere without his mask. You can see his mask clearly is there. Cable.
Yeah.
This is, I think this is the, I don't know if this is the pre-Legends because he doesn't have those little dinky
I think it's
hands. You
Toy
have
Biz.
both in here.
I think it's Toy Biz.
You had both in there. Do you see the other one? What
He might be buried in another
both
bin.
are in here. Both Hasbro and Toy Biz are in here. Or yeah, that should have been Hasbro already.
I think so.
Well, both of them are in here.
Well, the other one's carded. That's why.
No, you're talking about the newest one. You're talking about the Walgreens exclusive.
Gotcha.
I've always been a big fan of this one. Big fan of that.
No, I don't know this one.
It was a 2-pack with a villain. This is Armored Spider-Man. I don't know if you remember in the 90s, the animated series, there was an alternate universe, parallel dimension, whatever you want to call it, alternate Earth, where Spider-Man actually had an armored suit, and I think in the animated series, he actually did wear it once.
Okay.
But I know when Madam Web showed them all together, he was there.
I got you.
So
This one's cool. He's got some ridiculous
this
accessories.
is from the early Toy Biz ones. He comes with all these pieces, basically. He has his faceplate in there. He has a Stark, I guess, rocket. I don't think that was a weapon. You actually have two Wiccans. There's two Wiccans here, as you can see. This is the newest Valkyrie. This is the new one. Remember I showed you the 2-pack a while ago? This was the newer one.
Another
Doctor Strange. This is also from the newest wave. This might be Hulk.
Wanna go ahead
His
and
legendary
those last
heroes.
couple there?
Elektra. One of the newer caps. Mr. Fantastic.
Never really cared for many of the Fantastic Four figures.
This actually was something.
I really like
This
him.
is Marvel Select Maestro. This is his hat. This is the figure. He is complete. He is not altered to where he is damaged. In the 90s, they did a story from Maestro where he defeated basically more or less everyone and killed
I
them.
love that he has
And
Juggernaut's
this
helmet
is
even on his
from
belt.
the 90s Toy Biz figure. This is the cape, the harness, cap shield that's broken, and Thor's hammer. Nothing is altered or damaged. It's just wrapped around him because I thought it was a cool look. I actually did
love
this. It's not damaged. It's not altered. It comes right off. So you have Maestro, and as a bonus, you have all these pieces like in the story. But it did not come with this. It's just an added bonus.
Move on to our box sets.
Another Comic-Con box set. This is actually cool because the antennas retract and then, of course, come out. Ant-Man's head. And if you open it, this was at the last year's Comic-Con. Right? Yeah, last year.
Yes.
Because this one just passed recently. It's a really nice set. Various Ant-Mans. That's basically Goliath, Hank Pym, and Giant Man. Nice set.
Now, this is probably the jewel of the collection here. I thought this was pretty awesome.
The Book of Ashanti. It still has its sleeve. It still has this cardboard insert protector on it. Slide the sleeve off. Of course, gently, you don't want to damage it. This was one of the most sought after pieces last year in Marvel Legends. This thing skyrocketed in price ridiculously at one point. Ridiculously. I mean, people were asking. I think it might have even got up to $350. The detail in this book is amazing. The pages almost look sketched, and a lot of people didn't know, but they actually come apart. And more pages.
It's beautiful.
More
I
artwork.
love this set.
A little bit on each. You got
And the figures
the
are
Eye
amazing.
of Amagado, Dormammu, Magic. Was it Dr. Voodoo?
I
Or
think so. That's Dr. Voodoo.
a transparent, basically like astral projection version of Doctor Strange. And
Enchantress.
no,
No?
that's actually Loki's daughter. Hela.
Oh,
She runs Hell.
Yep, I got you.
Asgard's version of Hell. I said Dormammu Magic. They're all here. And again, the Eye of Amagado. I actually have an extra eye. I put it on an old school gold link chain, and I wore it once or twice. Really beautiful piece. I'll put this away nicely afterwards. Let me move it out of the way. Okay,
Got
Carey,
some
you
more
can continue
box
as I
stuff
move this
that,
away.
This was the Walgreens exclusive Namor, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's some newer ones, but then we have that same style
The
suit.
Punisher is
Daredevil.
the newest as of now. This was the one before Punisher, and this was the one before Namor. It's a modern version of the older colors with the Matt Murdock head, and Namor, just the updated Namor.
Now we have some more figures. They are open, and the Build-A-Figure pieces have been
These
utilized.
figures are only open because the baths were actually built. The figures have not been removed, tampered with, or anything, so they're actually fresh, tight joints, no damage, no scuffs, nothing. They have not been removed. Only the Build-A-Figure pieces have been removed from these cases. You have both Ant-Man and the newest Onslaught wave here. So they're basically all here. They're all here. No one's missing. Red Guardian.
New Taskmaster.
What's interesting about this one is a lot of people are getting this head and repainting the flesh and giving it an Eddie Brock head. A lot of people are looking for this right now just to make it an Eddie Brock because of the face and the hair actually looks pretty close to the 90s Eddie Brock.
We have an older
Bucky
set,
Cap.
Bucky
A
Cap.
sealed Bucky Cap. This was the Armanzola wave where of course that's Bucky Barnes dressed as Cap. So it's actually mint. It's mint, sealed. Nice.
And then we have a nice 3-pack.
Target exclusive 3-pack. This came out, I would like to say roughly almost a year ago, about a year ago. Again, a transparent vision, current Hulk, and this is the only time they ever released Ultron looking like this.
I like that Ultron.
Yeah, again, a Target exclusive. They were only around for so long, and they're gone. So if you didn't get it while they were out at Target, good luck.
But as you
finding
can
them.
see, there's quite a pile of figures here.
Yeah, and we still have more. There's more back there. There's a lot.
We have to get the case filled up here pretty soon, but definitely come down and check this stuff out if you're into anything Marvel, Legends, Select, or Universe. There's a lot of good stuff here. Thanks for coming and helping with us, Nick. It's a hell of a collection.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you again soon with our next stuff.
Take care, guys.